My name is Casey Seymour. I'm the location manager for the Bridgeport location of 21st Century Equipment in Bridgeport, Nebraska. I've been in the farm equipment business for almost 16 years now. So when I look at data, to me, it's the you really have to have data to figure out what it is that you're going to do and how you're going to move forward, whether it's sales or in marketing or whatever it might be. You've got to have that data point to know what you're going to do and where you need to go to attack and what you're trying to do. So when I use data, especially from like EDA and those kind of things, when I'm trying to find customer portfolios and those kind of things as to where the next sale is going to come from or where the next target base needs to be, using data and drawing that data points from any place I can find it that makes sense, I'm going to use it to make sure I can get that job done. One thing that we use data for quite a bit is trying to isolate that trade cycle and what that looks like. And the reason that we try to isolate the trade cycle, understand what that looks like and what each customer is going to do, is that brings us a new level of the touch point for each customer. So if we know traditionally by looking back at UCC data and those kind of things that we have out there, that a customer trades every 3 years, and he's typically buying that 3-year-old piece of equipment or a 5-year-old piece of equipment or a 7-year-old piece of equipment, whatever that might be. We now know that we can go out and say, all right, we know that farmer A is going to trade every 3 years and they want a 1-year-old machine. So we've got all these 1-year-old machines over here. We can start targeting customer A with. Customer B, when they come up, they might buy a new tractor every 5 to 7 years, and they're 6 years into that 5 to 7 year trade cycle. We can start now having that conversation with them about, are you wanting a 3-year-old machine or you want a 2-year-old machine? We do have these right now. We're offering 0% for 36 months on this specific unit if you want to go ahead and trade now and kind of work through that thing. So yeah, I mean, doing those kind of things right there has definitely put us in a position where we can make those decisions based on what the customer's traditional buying structure looks like. We're going to them with a deal that they're already probably thinking about anyway. And that kind of puts us down that path of kind of leapfrogging that trade cycle a little bit, maybe a year or so, that we get that customer to come back in and purchase that piece of equipment from us. There are varying levels of customer bases that you're going to find in there, and who you thought was some customer didn't have any money or wasn't really going to, it might turn out to be your biggest customer. And by just overturning those rocks and going out and look, but you've got to have the data. If you're doing the same thing, the same way you've always done it, you're going to get the same exact, response to everything that you've done. You're not going to grow your business. That's that simple. So you got to use data. And if you're not using data, you're a dinosaur, I promise you.